the image of it trickling down the back of my eyelids. Trickle becomes a stream. The only way to relieve the pressure is to open the floodgates. But then the blood isn't red anymore.
What is it?
It's black, 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 black. It's black, 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 black. The blood isn't red anymore. It's black, 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 black.
So how does it feel?
It's like this thing living inside me telling me what to do, saying I have to kill, not leaving me any choice.
I can't believe you're like this.
A lot of people feel like they want to kill somebody, but I have to follow through.
I follow through, and I don't have a dark passenger.
So how does it feel?
Feels like my head is going to explode. It's black, 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 black. The blood isn't red anymore. It's black, 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 I don't fight it. But I want to. It's all I've got. It's dark passenger. As much as I want to be here with you, that dark passenger really wants to be somewhere else.
Ravenous! Hello. I'm here too! What's that? Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good day.
I heard if you eat mushrooms and sacrifice an animal, your entire world
Oh, I've
turns
missed
into a
you
musical.
too. I missed everybody. How are you? How have you been? How was your weekend? Damn, I'm already...
Hello,
Jack, what's that?
is it me you're looking for?
Nope.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Howdy. Howdy. Yeah. Oh, seriously though, I have missed everybody. I hope you have all been well. I hope your weekends were amazing. Whew. Man, I am so happy to be home. TwitchCon was fun. It was so much. It was so fucking much. It was really draining. But it was a good time. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I got to run into everybody I wanted to run into and more. Did none of the things that I intended to do. Actually, that's not true. I did one of the things I intended to do, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Other than that, I just ended up hanging out, talking to people. That was it. But it was good fun. I also participated in a tournament, a paper, rock, scissors, or rock, paper, scissors, depending on your preference, for Elgato. I want to see if they posted the picture they took of all of us yet. I took second place. I was absolutely dominating. You know how when you play rock, paper, scissors, sometimes you land on the same thing? Not me. Not me. I was out there just annihilating fools. It was great. I don't know why I had so much fun playing paper, rock, scissors, but I did. It was a really good time. And then I lost the finale. The final round, I got beaten.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Nice. Yes, it was. Did you see Nutty at the Elgato booth? I saw Nutty at lunch. Yes, I did. I happened to be eating my lunch as Nutty also was coming to eat lunch. So I did say what's up to Nutty. I actually saw Nutty all weekend. We ran into each other a few times. As I'm looking on Twitter for this picture from Elgato, there's a post from Nutty on Twitter that says, "To all the people that came to meet me this weekend at TwitchCon just to say hi, I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. I acknowledge that was a thing that happened." Oh man. Yeah, it was a good time. Oh, they did put it up. So here is a picture of the Elgato Paper Rock Scissors tournament participants, and as you can see by the look on my face right here, I was super thrilled that I did not win. Oh, I can't zoom in. That's stupid. I wanted them to do a take. At one point, I was making a crying face. And yeah, apparently they didn't go with that one. But so her and myself beat all of these people in paper, rock, scissors. And she won an Elgato prompter. Second prize, I got an Elgato Neon. I thought they gave me a key light. Like I was super excited because I need a new light that's not wireless. And I was like, hell yeah, I have a light now. I don't. It's a fucking neon. I'm cool with it. I'm not bummed. It's like, you know, I got a prize. The third place person got a Stream Deck. So I came out on top of that. Yeah. It was so much fun. This was actually yesterday. This was the last like actual thing I did at TwitchCon. was participate in this tournament, and then I went to a panel that Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, was doing. He has the most political answers ever, and I do not mean that in a good way. I'm not going to be one of those people that shits on Dan Clancy for every single thing that happens through Twitch, but I can see why they made him CEO. He has, like, you know how when you ask politicians questions and they give dismissive, roundabout responses that neither take accountability nor answer your question? 100% what he does. like everything. I wanted to ask him a question and I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I was going to get emotional and upset, and I just didn't. I didn't do it. We've been trying to get an indigenous guild through Twitch for a long time, and he actually was speaking on the topic of guilds during his thing and brought up indigenous people, and if there had been a camera pointed at my face, you would have seen the shock and like, what the fuck look all over me, because how are you going to reference indigenous people as a group that deserves a guild, and yet it doesn't exist, even though it's been requested, demanded even. There's a petition for it. But yeah, that was a thing that happened. Ugh. Other than that, yeah, lots of fun. I hung out with, I saw Referee Clark there, Shanna, and Jessa Rose, all from the Indigenous Horror Squad that I'm part of, and we did a smudging ceremony, which was beautiful and awesome, and we had an indigenous meetup with Angie Noel and a bunch of other indigenous creators, Coda, like, so many fucking people were there, and it was awesome. I loved it. Hung out with Spooky Queen. It's probably one of my favorite things that I got to do all weekend. I also hung out with Scotty K Fitness, who I didn't even know streamed on Twitch. I feel kind of bad that I didn't know that. I would have followed him a long time ago. I love his content. If you don't know who that is, look up Scotty K Fitness on TikTok, watch all of his stuff, like all of it, and then follow him on Twitch. He was a super cool guy. I got to meet a bunch of people from Spooky's community. Ross, RJ. Dude, I can't remember half the people's names that I met. I was so exhausted the entire time. Like, people assume that I am an extroverted person because of how, I don't know, boisterous I am. Like, I'm very loud, and like that is not natural for me. Like, even this, if you were to go back to when I started streaming, there was no face cam. There was no interaction with community. That took time. Even when I started streaming again in 2020, it was not very comfortable for me. It took a lot of repetition and doing it over and over and forcing myself to interact and be this handsome. No. And now it's just like second nature. Like, now I don't have to work at it at all, but it still does take a lot out of me to be engaging and stuff. So, like, being at a convention where you're just interacting with a ton of people. I woke up at midnight on Friday to finish getting ready and packing and all of that stuff. And I went from the airport to my hotel to drop off my luggage straight to the convention center. I left TwitchCon early on Friday because I was so exhausted. I left at like 4 or 5 p.m. It went until 7. We need something to help represent our life and heritage line. Yeah. I need a Stream Deck. Oh, get one. Or use Touch Portal. I recommend Touch Portal, always. I mean, it's kind of my jam. But yeah, if you want a Stream Deck, get one. You can get, I have a regular Stream Deck. They're not that expensive anymore. I wanted to strip the entire Elgato booth. I did, like, totally just ending what I was talking about. Just hard segue into, I sat in the Elgato chair. I have this to say about it. It's super comfy, dog. It's actually a really nice office chair. I'm not gonna lie. It's got a mesh back on it. The headrest is nice. Mine does not have one. The armrests, I wish they were more like the ones that are on my current office chair. They're not as, like, firm cushy. I don't know how to describe these. They have a little cushion to them, but they're also super firm so you don't just, like, sink into them. But they're not terrible. The seat bottom, though, like my office chair, well, I don't, even if I stand up, you're not going to be able, well, can you? Yeah, if I move it. The bottom of my office chair is mesh, just like the back is, which is cool, and it's comfortable, but theirs has actual cushion to it. They also said that it is super easy to assemble, aside from putting the casters into the base. Casters are the wheels with the plug that slot into things. Aside from putting those in, which would be 5 things you need to assemble, there are only 4 screws to assemble the entire chair. For anybody out there that has not assembled 9 office chairs like me, that's crazy. That's something I've never seen or heard of being done. So, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. What was I talking about before that? I don't even remember. I got hard caught up in the Elgato. Whatever. Moving on. Oh, I was talking about Dan Clancy, Indigenous Guild. Yeah, why? Why don't we have that? You know? We all want to know. Everybody wants to know. Lots of cosplay people. Super great. Loved the freaking cosplayers. Daredevil, Deadpool. I was out there shooting pictures as much as humanly possible. I actually let somebody handle my camera, which is crazy, but it was Harris Heller, so I felt secure in the fact that he also owns very expensive cameras, and I figured he would not drop it. But I ran into him on the way into TwitchCon on the second day. Ended up saying hi, talking to him for a minute. Then he asked if he wanted, or if I wanted to take a picture. I was like, yeah, sure. Because, I mean, it's fucking Harris Heller, dog. Just talked to him about his content and how much I watched it for like years. Talked about him being a dad. Congratulated him on his second born. Lots and lots of stuff.
Let's spin.
I would drop it the second you tell me how much it's worth. Yeah. Don't. Ooh. Yo. Spicy. You're in Sweden? Well, hello from here to Sweden. What are you doing out there? That's awesome. We were here first. We were last to get it. Yes. Don't have enough people to stand up like the other groups out there. Well, that's true. Yeah, I think I had 8 screws for mine when it was assembled. We're visiting friends. That's nice. I was talking to somebody at TwitchCon when I met up with Scotty K. There was... Damn it, I can't remember her name. There was somebody else. He, another person, and myself were having a conversation for like 2 hours. And she was telling me that when she was deployed, she was stationed over in Germany for a while. And she said it's beautiful. She loved Germany. Because I asked. Because Hustle really wants to go to Germany. So I was curious, like, what it's like and stuff. Because I would like to take Hustle to Germany as a gift, you know, for all that he does. Just don't tell him. And she said, the Germany is beautiful. It's amazing. And it's super close to everything else. She said any day she wanted to go to like Italy or France or anything like that. It was only a few hours away. And I said, yeah, that's the beauty of being in Europe, is if you want to go anywhere, it's just a train ride away. As long as you're comfortable sitting on a train for like 6-7 hours. But that's like, you know, the far reaches. Otherwise, it's just 2-3 hours away for some of them. Or less. So I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm in. All right, who wants to see new stuff? Actually, I have to program a button really quick in Touch Portal. I met up with the CEO and creator of a thing called Stream Fog, which I'm going to show off. As soon as I fix this, I have to make a button so that I can control my cameras. I have to be able to switch between a virtual camera and my regular camera. Where do I want to put this button? I'll just put it right here. I'll put it right here. So for those of you that ever got to play with Snapcam, or saw mine, since I still have it, or anybody else's that still might have it, somebody decided to reinvent Snapcam. It actually runs on their stuff, I guess. You have to agree to the Snap TOS in order to use the filters. Where is the toggle for this? Oh. I don't think you can do that anymore. Because I need to fully deactivate the source. I wonder if I can deactivate sources using streamer bot. I have no idea. Sorry, here. You can watch me futz around with this while I try to figure it out. I could also just show you this manually. So StreamFog is AI filters that, or AR filters that go over your camera, you know? Of course you do. So if I deactivate my camera and turn on the StreamFog virtual camera, and then click one of these, failed to activate lens, please ensure it is open. Why dumb? Oh, there we go. See? Then you get super creepy, crazy filters on your face. Or just like silly, stupid stuff. What's this one? Oh, I have little... but it's really responsive and it runs so much smoother than Snapcam did, especially at the end of Snapcam's life, since there was no optimization for it anymore. And the other really cool part about this is that there are alerts that you can use that are augmented reality alerts. So you can have things happen. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'll show you on their website because it's just easier since somebody already has a video of this. So this is super cool. If you watch the Yalja in the back, that is an alert powered by StreamFog. And I think it's totally badass. There are more. Like that guy coming out of the wall. That's all this. These are like the coolest thing ever. Shooter game. And the masking is actually this good too, by the way. Like, it's tight. And I don't mean that like, that's such a tight shirt. Wait, no, that's not a good example either. You know what I'm saying? It's actually, like, when you... If you ever work with green screening... What the fuck? My camera just froze. Okay, well. Switching back to my other camera. Nope, that one's frozen too. Wait, did the whole OBS freeze? OBS did freeze. No. Oh my God. Womp womp. All right, give me 5 seconds. I'm restarting OBS. I've got too much going on my computer right now.